Yo. I said, yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy coming to you guys with another video, man. If you guys are new to the channel, y'all know what to do. Do me this favor right here. It takes 3 steps. It's just 3 steps to loyalty, bro. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. When you guys do all 3 of those things, you become a loyal part of the family. You know what I'm saying? You drop your comments. I read all my comments. I reply to almost all my comments. So make sure y'all showing love and support, and I'll show the same back to y'all. But I wanted to talk about NBA 2K22. Now, obviously, basically, it's kind of like a little bit of both, everything we know, and one main point that I wanted to touch on. I'm gonna get straight into it, right? I asked you guys this question seriously, right? If you're a PlayStation user or if you're an Xbox user, this applies to you in both consoles. So when I'm talking about the PS4, I'm also talking about the Xbox One. And when I'm talking about the PS3, I'm also talking about the Xbox 360. Which version of 2K15 did you fall in love with? Now, the reason why I say 2K15 is because 2K14 was the first year that the next gen switch happened, right? But a lot of people did not get 2K14 because they didn't have, they just couldn't get a next gen console at that time, which was PS4/Xbox One. So I'm asking you guys this question right here, right now. Which version of 2K15 did you guys fall in love with? Did you guys fall in love with the Play Now version on current gen? Or did you guys fall in love with the park affiliations, the Jordan Rec Center on next gen? Right? Same thing applies for 2K16. Which version did you fall in love with? Did you fall in love with the PS3 version? Or did you fall in love with the PS4 version that had the parks on it? 2K17. Did you fall in love with the Xbox 360 version with no parks? Or did you fall in love with the Xbox One version with parks? So I say this to make this point. Why in the world would you guys want 2K to combine both games? It doesn't make any sense at all, bro. It does not make no sense whatsoever. The best thing that you guys should want is for 2K to focus on next gen and make it a great game. That is the recipe that they used to make sure that we were able to have games like 2K15, 16, and 17. So I can't understand why I'm seeing fans and even some creators, some content creators having the nerve to say that they want to see one game. Guys, please use your common sense. How can you ask for a game to be like 2K16 but then completely 360 and change up the way you'd like the game to be made? If you want a game like 2K16, you have to want it all. And you know what I'm saying? Most of the time you have to want it all, meaning that you can't just say you want 2K16, but you don't want them to follow the process that they did to make 2K16. That's stupid, and it doesn't make any sense at all, right? Look, current gen right now is the PS4 and the Xbox One, right? And people don't have the Xbox 3 or the Xbox Series X or the PS5, right? Which is okay. That's how it goes, guys. Every time a next generation console comes out, it takes people at least a year or two to get the console. People are saying they don't have a next gen console, all this and that. Yeah, we get that. That's understandable. But that doesn't mean just because you don't have a next gen console that 2K should focus on an older version of a game. It doesn't make sense. The people that say that, the people that say they want the game to be the exact same on both consoles, those are the people that are going to destroy the game. You guys are destroying the game before it even comes out, and you don't even understand it. Why put that kind of bad energy and that stupid idea out in the air when we got to see what happens? First of all, 2K21 was basically like one game, right? And the reason why I say it's basically like one game, because think about it. They had to focus on both games at once. They had to drop patches repeatedly for both games at once, and it failed miserably. Both games were horrible. It's not like we can sit here and say one game was better than the other. They were both terrible. And I don't want to hear people trying to justify that current gen was better than next gen, because current gen had Zens. Once you have a thing where you can literally cheat and just green the whole time, please just stop. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, the variety of builds. There was no variety with the builds. You could only use playmaking shot creators or playmaking sharps, you know what I'm saying, and paint beast. Those were the only comp builds you could use. Every other build was useless. And same thing with next gen. You could only use power forward builds because they got all the badges, all the stats, you know what I'm saying? And it was pretty much pointless to make any other build. And then you throw in how the paint defense non-existent. You're getting contact dunked the whole time. You know, you can't guard anybody, even if you have a 98 perimeter defense with Hall of Fame clamps. So both games were bad, right? And we can pretty much say it was pretty much like them making the same game. Do you guys really think that's going to work? How many times have we had a 2K where they've only... Look at it like this, right? Let's just say 2K18, 2K19. 2K18 and 2K19, right? Especially 2K18, right? That game, there was only one game, right? Now, think about it. The reason why I say there was only one game is because how many of you guys played 2K18 on PS3 or Xbox 360, right? I'm making some very valid points here. Just listen closely to me. How many of you guys played 2K18 on PS3 or Xbox 360, right? Probably none of you guys that are watching this video right now. The point that I'm trying to make is that even when they do focus on one game, it still can end up being horrible. So what kind of recipe do you guys think is going to happen if they make one game for both consoles? That doesn't mean that it's going to still be good. So why not just have them focus on one game instead of trying to make one game? It's still, it still can be very, very bad. And all that does, guys, is ruin the next gen experience. You have to literally be, and yes, I'm talking to all these content creators, and if Jack Bill said it, if Pat Gaiman said it, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to them specifically too. You have to be stupid. You have to be dumb if you think that 2K making one game is going to be a great idea and that it wouldn't take away from the next gen experience. It's going to take away from the next gen experience. Because imagine I buy a PS5 or Xbox Series X and I want that next gen experience, but it's the same thing on current gen. How does that make sense? Like, a lot of you guys in the community need to understand that when you have these debates or these talks or these ideas, talk with common sense and common knowledge. Yes, I get it. The game has been poorly made for years. But if you guys are going to sit there and throw out all these poor and these horrible ideas, this game is never going to be good again. You know what I mean? Just keep it basic and keep it simple. It's basic. If 2K makes parks, just specifically parks, focus on parks, the game is going to be good again. If they focus heavily on gameplay, because of the fact that, that they only made parks, so now they can focus heavily on gameplay, the game's going to be better. If we have park affiliations again, where there's an incentive for joining the park, or joining an affiliation, like if I join Sunset, I get better shooting. If I join Rivet, I get better defense. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. Affiliations are going to be great. Those three things are a major key. And along with them focusing strictly on next gen, because that's what they did for, 2K14, 15, 16, all your favorite games, all your favorite 2Ks, that is what they did. It was focused on PS4 and Xbox One, not PS3 or Xbox 360. So, yeah, I'm going to keep on smacking this point across people's head until they understand it, until they wake up. Like I said, I don't care. I watch Jack Bill and Pat Gaiman a lot, but, I can disagree with them, and I can say that those ideas that they had are very dumb. Y'all get the point. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're new, man. It's your boy John Ranks, and I'm out.